2024 was such a big spiritual year for me in terms of awakenings, ascensions. I think one of the biggest life hacks that I had learned in 2024 that I've chosen to bring into 2025 is play. Not only physical play and like getting out there and doing things that you wish you did in childhood, but my favorite, imaginative play. I mean, honestly, in adulthood, I feel like we lose our imaginative play. We lose opportunities to be creative and have fun because of how serious the world can be and how serious jobs can be. And so I've learned that when you're in a low vibrational state, low vibrational frequency, energetic vampires around you, toxic work environment, etc., play. It is the biggest frequency disruptor I have found to be incredibly effective. When it comes to, for example, transmuting or alchemizing a situation or energy, play is one of the best interventions. So, I encourage you today. How are you going to show up and play and incorporate imaginative play into your daily routine? Happiness is a choice. We choose to be happy. We choose to get ourselves out of low vibrational frequency sort of situations. And it's hard to admit to ourselves that it is a choice. And it's not to say that feelings aren't valid and it's good to cry things out. It's important. That's how we get rid of low vibrational frequencies and negativity and trauma that our body has held on to on a cellular body. If you've heard of The Body Keeps Score, I honestly never read it, but I feel like I lived it. I need to read it and educate myself, but that book came through. That was a book that one of my girlfriends during Topical Steroid Withdrawal had always discussed with me. And it's true, when you go through trauma, you might not remember, you might dissociate, but your body remembers. So, in 2025, I am determined to play more, encourage others to play more, because why not? Life is supposed to be enjoyed. Isn't the whole point of life to live a full life? That's what I realized during my healing journey. I was like, why am I going to therapy? Why am I, constantly doing shadow work? What's the whole point of it? It's to experience joy, happiness, a full life. A life that doesn't have the negative baggage that weighs you down. That could also have been from generational trauma, ties, cycles, etc. An exercise I will leave you guys with that I have tried to incorporate, and it's hard because it's like a muscle. It's like working out. You have to kind of be religious with it. I'm not saying religious, but you kind of have to make it a ritual. You kind of have to be very intentional with implementing play. It's very effective, incredibly effective. I've noticed that when I am anxious or depressed, or like my mind is spiraling, or the thoughts are just so convoluted, first pulling cards helps, but finding ways to play. Like, for example, I've always been interested in the drums. I've always been interested in music. But for whatever reason, I think perhaps maybe because I've been drawn to shamanic practices. Shamanic practices for possibly past life sort of thing. Anyways, I bought a practice drum pad. No experience with drumming, mind you, but I gave my inner child what I wanted. I got this little drum practice kit when I was going through a huge spiritual purge, awakening, ascension. It wasn't necessarily awakening, it was more of an ascension. And at that point of my ascension, I realized that I am neurodivergent, something that I had been suppressing all my life, trying to be neurotypical, trying to do things the way others do it, comparing my abilities to others. And it dawned on me, I truly am drawn towards people who embrace their weird, embrace their uniqueness, embrace why they're different. And I just honestly thought I was just weird, But being authentically you is probably one of the best investments to focus on in 2025 and in general. I am so proud to say that this is the most authentic and happy I've been ever in my life. I truly manifested this life that I'm living. I hope the little tidbits are helpful for you because I genuinely happy when I hear my readings or advice, etc., do provide a different perspective or do provide some help in your life. So, I will leave you with that. I have some readings I have to do, and it's my birthday, 6:28 on the clock. Really highly encourage you, for those who are in their soul-seeking journey, in whether it's an awakening or a purge or at the beginning of your spiritual journey. I'm so excited for you because this self-love spiritual journey has really been life-changing for me. Life-changing for me. And when you choose yourself and you choose to align with your highest self, your highest purpose, with your mission in life, it's truly crazy how manifestations really do pour in. And I know like a lot of like manifestation gurus are like, oh, do these affirmations. And like, yeah, affirmations are important, but doing the work is also important. And there's like a feather flying right now. Thank you, angels. You got to put in the work. You got to do the shadow work. You got to get yourself out of being in a state of being paralyzed or being in a low vibrational state. And so, yeah, I really believe that when you are done being in a low vibrational state, you've learned the lesson or you've healed from that life situation that has been presented to you, and you choose to get up, you choose to rise like the rising phoenix that you is. I can guarantee. I feel like that's just how confident I've grown, especially in the last couple days, in terms of my spirituality, in terms of your angels and your guides and your ancestors showing up. Life is intended to be beautiful. It's intended to essentially be heaven on earth. So hope, play, imaginative play, and feeding your inner child and doing the things that you wish you did as a child. That's a little sprinkle along your way. Gets you out of little shitty situations, you know what I'm saying, babes? Alrighty. If you would like to book a reading with me, free to check out my profile. And I have a lot of exciting new offers coming in very soon. So keep an eye out. Toodles.